Okay, the channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're going to play Draw Steel.
Ding!
My camera's not aligned properly. There we go. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I am I forget what it's called in Draw Steel. I'm the director, I think. And tonight, our players, Nobilis, as which one were you again? Tulu.
No, I'm Tulu.
Celerimar.
Solarimar, excuse me. I had a 33% chance. Or I could have just remembered something from a couple of weeks ago. Uh, Also playing tonight, Paul Weimer as Tulu.
Hi there.
And joining the party tonight, Lee Burdett as Beverly.
Hello.
So we are continuing our mini campaign here with the Draw Steel introductory adventure called the Delian Tomb. When last we left our heroes, a party of 3, including Tulu and Celerimar and T, played by Dove Archambault, who unfortunately we don't have with us tonight, heard that a group of goblins had kidnapped a young woman. Her mother ran back to town to tell everybody, help, help, we need help. And so the party tracked the goblins to an ancient tomb that the goblins apparently have some sort of sinister plans for that involves kidnapping a young woman, perhaps for some mysterious ritual. And so now we have to just figure out how we are rejoining the fight with a slightly different party configuration here. I think we just need to say what is our reason for T? Perhaps all of you were feeling at the end of last time like maybe this was too dangerous for you to try to continue on, and it was important to send someone back to town just in case the rest of you didn't make it. Because if you all died in here, then nobody would know this was what was happening.
Yeah.
And so perhaps that's why T went renting back to town. But in the meantime, Beverly, an easy way to have you join up would be simply for you to have just been in a slightly different part of town, heard the same story, and then just been following the others at a distance to catch up, and then could just join that way, kind of already knowing what the plan is, so to speak. Is that sound straightforward to you?
Sounds great to me.
Okay. And then so with perhaps the addition of a fresh ally to supplement the loss of their previous ally, you can all join with continue to press on into the Delian Tomb.
Ding.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, this is cheerful.
It's been bloody. Bad. Very bloody. More bloody than we like.
So tell us, perhaps let's refresh everybody's memories as far as what our characters look like.
Okay, Tulu Nurthson is an orc. He's also a conduit, which means that's kind of Draw Steel's closest thing to a cleric. So he heals people and smites with holy wrath. He does more healing than smiting, but last session he got smited on more than anything. But he's piously and he's good. And I generally don't play orcs that often, so smash.
All right. How about Celerimar?
Celerimar is a striking male elf. He's he's got long white hair and a suit of purple leathers with gold stitching, and a red shirt with flowy sleeves and ruffles on the wrists, and a really fancy bow and a really fancy sword. Wouldn't be seen in anything else.
And I think Bev has a set of leathers on, but she's just generally a curious, nosy kind of person and heard that there was something going on, and she's like, I have got to get in on that.
And
So
burn
here she
something.
is.
One notable thing for folks not up on the lore for the Draw Steel world is that a polder is very much like a halfling, but they also have kind of like shadow powers. We have the fresh new ally. I'll remind you all that this entrance room had been using as sort of camp out for the goblins. So there are lots of now abandoned bedrolls around. Also, not that you would know it from the map here, but dead goblins everywhere from all the ones that you killed initially here. And so as you are looking forward to the south on this room is a entrance of another hallway, and that is the only other way to go that you can see other than where you came in. So
Then, yes, we should head down that passageway. Perhaps poke around to see if the goblins had anything useful, but
There are an awful lot of them.
yeah. The one other detail I'll remind everyone that I didn't cover in my recap yet was that the frescoes adorning the walls and this hallway that you can see ahead of you seem to be depicting a holy artifact known as the Cup of Julius from the Kalian Empire that was supposed to have been a powerful artifact that would like heal and grant power and everything. It was lost more than 1,000 years ago, but it was supposed to have been magically sealed in a tomb.
Maybe this tomb.
Possibly.
Maybe. Or a clue can be
You could
this tomb.
imagine potentially maybe that's why the goblins are here. Because one thing you did learn is it's like they have not just always been here. This has not been like their hideout for a long time. They're clearly like on an expedition here. Okay, so I think we dealt with all of the treasure from last time. So you're just going to look ahead into that hallway next. So as you look into that hallway, frescoes on the wall of this narrow hall show a fallen knight and a large silver chalice being carried by a procession of warriors into a tomb carved with the name Delius atop its entrance.
Well, if that
that's
isn't a hint,
pretty
I don't know what
straightforward.
is.
Yes. Also, the head of a goblin lies on the floor next to the presumably matching corpse.
That seems to be indicative of a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what would bring you to that conclusion.
I'm imagining a head just kind of rolling out of the passageway at our feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eyes out for traps.
Yes, so a hero who actively looks for a trap can make a reason or intuition test.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
right.
so
Remind me how to make a test.
right. So the basic idea of a test is that you are rolling your 2d10s and adding whatever attribute, so that your reason or your intuition in this case. And so what you're looking for is you're going to have the 3 tiers of results. If it's 11 or less, it's the lowest tier. 12 to 16 is tier 2, and then 17 and above is tier 3.
And if we have a relevant skill, we add that as another plus 2.
Yes. If you have an applicable skill, That's a +2 to the result.
I have alertness and search. Are those really applicable?
I think search would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a
Wow, okay.
19.
A 19, and then that would be a tier 2 result for Tulu as well. But the 19 is
What do my
certainly
elf
enough.
eyes see?
Yes, well, you see a pressure plate, and you are gonna you see just how you could disarm it without triggering it.
Okay, then I shall do that.
All right. If you had not rolled so well, you might have had to make a roll to disarm it, but because you spotted it so effectively, you were able to just immediately disarm. So good for you guys. You did not you did not trigger the trap. That was, clearly designed for you to notice and engage with disarming trap rules.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It is a game. It is not a
Yes.
simulation.
No. It's an introductory adventure, right?
Yeah.
So you're in the tutorial zone.
Yeah.
But yes, nonetheless, you are able to disarm that trap. You think you could theoretically rearm it if you had any reason to want to do that. Otherwise, you're going to continue to move forward. So let me reveal the next room, I suppose.
Only if you want to.
Well, I was just thinking, you guys could have just disarmed the trap and then called the job done and turned around and went home. So this trap, this room,
This trap.
that's not a intentional or unintentional slip. It was just I said the wrong thing. So in any case, as you turn the corner here, a painted red skull glows on the ground, throbbing with an angry light. And a dozen stone coffins lie tucked against the east and west walls of this room. And to the north, a statue of a proud human warrior holding a spear is built against the wall. To the side of it, an inscription reads, "Once this fails, the battle is lost." And you hear, as you kind of step into the room, although you see no other entrances or exits to the room, you hear a sinister, muffled chanting coming from somewhere.
Maybe maybe there is a unseen door around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to search for such a place, possibly by going along the wall and trying to listen for where it might be louder.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you only just listening and not touching anything?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
just using my ears at this point.
Okay, I think that is probably that's an intuition roll, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use
And-
my search
Yeah, I think so.
skill? Okay.
Yeah. I think Bev will go the opposite way
Okay.
and do the same thing and
All
just
right.
like try to listen, but she doesn't have a
Just an 8.
Okay.
thing.
Well, so I see that +1. Were you not adding your skill +2, Nabilis?
That was with +2. My intuition is -1.
I'm seeing a roll of 2d10 +1.
Yes. So -1 +2 is +1.
I see.
Oh, I see. You
Okay.
did the math. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, so I think that an 8 is a tier 1 result from Beverly. That's at 12 with his tier 2 result, and you're all just listening. I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the same
with your
thing, yeah.
combined efforts, you're able to pretty conclusively determine that the chanting seems to be loudest behind the statue with the inscription on the north
Okay.
wall.
So I assume I've kind of moved around the edge and come to that point.
Yes, and you're just
Yeah, I'm
carefully
saying
listening is all you've done.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
staying away from that drawing.
Mhm.
So tell us more about this statue that we're at now.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, it seems to be of a proud human warrior holding a spear, and to the side of it, and the inscription reads, "Once this fails, the battle is lost."
Hmm. Is
The riddle?
Is the inscription look original to the tomb, or does it look like it was placed more by the goblins?
It looks like it was made whenever the statue was.
Okay. How about the glowing skull on the floor?
Let me see if it says anything about that.
Go over and examine that.
Um, yeah. So for that, I would say make a reason test to try to study this glowing skull rune.
Okay, I don't have any relevant skills, I don't think. So 16.
Okay, well, a
Nice.
16 is still just tier 2, but
Okay, but I
yeah.
mean, still.
You think that this has the vibe of goblin magic to you.
Yeah.
It is powerful. It is not clear, I think, with that result what it must do, but you do think it's something that the goblins did, as opposed to something native to the tomb.
Hmm.
Okay. If
What's
the
this?
battle is
Um,
lost,
You know what? I also just, so I'm gonna, I'm reading the instruction here a little bit more carefully. I think I want to just clarify with everyone, just because I know that there's a lot of complexity here that I'm kind of having to read as I go. You would have been able to fully see the inscription and read it from the side of the room that you entered,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I know you were trying to, be like careful and not like step on the skull or touch the coffins or anything.
Right.
But it does say here, and I think that we will have this be triggered by you getting a little closer to it to investigate.
Yeah.
It does say that it is triggered by when a creature who isn't a goblin either interacts with one of the coffins, damages the sigil, or moves halfway or farther into the room.
So
Okay.
move us back to halfway then.
Well,
Back to-
no, I think that
She's
you.
just slightly changing the
I'm just
the
saying that
triggering
it
condition.
basically what triggered it per the adventure should have been when you moved halfway or further
Yeah.
into the room, and I didn't say that it triggered when that happened, so that's why I'm just saying, I'm playing fair by triggering it now, even though
Right.
technically what it would have been is that, and so as you get a little closer than you didn't realize how close it would let you get before it triggered, but clearly everyone moving into the room and talking and spending time and not giving the answer to the secret door, not to say you should have just known this or anything, but you didn't give the answer to the secret door. Someone who knew it should have just said it right away. And so that means that suddenly several of the coffins here in the room start to rattle, and you hear a strange moaning sound, and several of these the skull sigil flares to broader life. You see that it is clearly sort of like magically active in a way that it wasn't before, like it was sort of inert before. And then each as the coffins smash open. Why is it not grabbing them? What is happening here? Huh. I've got tokens on here that I must have put them on the map layer or something.
Ooh.
What is going on here? Okay, what that was weird. I had the wrong tool selected, I guess, actually. There we go.
Oh, look at these friends.
Yeah. So, several of the coffins smash open, and what you now see before you, as they turn their decaying heads in your directions, you have 4 skeletons, 2 ghouls, and 2 zombies. And so now we must roll initiative, which in this game is a little different. It is as we've I'm having to remember how this works. I believe that you have just like one person sort of make the move, and then that just determines which side goes first.
Right. So what ability do we use there?
I believe this would be probably a
Alert?
which is agility. Yeah.
Agility.
Okay. Now, I
Okay.
have +1.
I am -1. I'm not the person to make this roll.
Yeah, +1 as well.
Okay.
Right.
So
One
I'll
thing
make
we
the roll.
touched on last time is I guess the internal team had a tradition that the tactician always does it.
Yeah. So
19.
Okay.
pretty solid.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna just be, you know what? I'm just gonna say that's good enough. So what that means is that your side will go first, which means it doesn't have to be the tactician who acts first. It can be any of you. And then what will happen is then one of the enemy groups will go, then one of you goes, and so on, back and forth until everybody has gone, which can also mean that because there's 4 groups of enemies and 3 of you, then there will be more than one, more than one enemy going in a row at the end of the round.
Okay.
All right. So
all
which
right.
of you would go first?
I would like to go first because I would like to maneuver so I can protect you guys a little better.
Okay.
I'm
willing to be led in that direction.
I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to use, do I know any of these things are minions? Can I tell? I mean,
I don't know that you. I'm not sure that's something you can always just
All right.
tell.
Okay.
I think mechanically it makes sense that you might be able to tell, or you would discover as soon as you've attacked one of those. What I'll tell you right now is that none of them are minions in this fight.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2-shot ability, and I'm going to shoot at the 2 skeletons on the left side of the map.
Okay, the ones with the
Okay.
yellow dots there.
Yes. And do I gain focus at the beginning of my turn, or
I
at the beginning of the
believe
round?
that you start with some
Yeah.
at the start of an encounter.
Okay.
And then also at
Right.
the start of your encounter, you gain your
2. Okay.
sum, and then I believe that you will gain more
The
on the
first
start of
time
each
around the
turn, but not double.
creature
Right?
marked
Okay.
by you, you gain 1 focus. Okay. Okay. So it's specific to the characters. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm going to take the maneuver mark to mark the skeleton on at the top left.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I believe that it is like for when the start of the encounter, you gain as whatever the resource is, and the number of the number of victories you have, and then
Right.
each
Yeah.
subsequent turn of yours, you will gain a different amount per what your character says. It should be right in the top of your first encounter moves.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like my focus is not based on victories. It's based on the mark ability.
Oh, you don't have to, as the start of an combat encounter.
Yeah, so
you
focus
gain.
at the start under first encounter. Focus at the start of an encounter. Yeah, you
And
gain
then
focus
okay.
equal to your victories, and then you
And
gain
then at
2.
and then 2 at the start of my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Right.
Okay. Got it. All right. I'm all set. Yeah. So I'm going to mark the 1, and then I'm going to use 2-shot to shoot at both of those skeletons.
Okay. I'll use a green dot to indicate that it's marked.
And which is a
Yeah, tier 2.
tier 2, so I do 6 damage to each of them.
Yep. Okay, 6 damage to each, and yeah, you do with the one roll, and it hits both. So
Yep.
the mark gives you essence, right? It doesn't do any additional damage. Or anything.
Well, when a creature marked with you is in your line of effect, you and your allies get an edge on power rolls made against that creature.
Okay.
Additionally, when you or any ally use an ability to deal roll damage, you can spend 1 focus to gain 1 of the additional actions. So I'm going to spend a focus to do an additional 4 damage to the one that I marked.
Okay, great. So the skeleton, its stamina is yeah. So in fact, its stamina is 10. So with 6 plus an additional 4, that one is destroyed.
Okay, and then as a reaction, I will shift my focus to the other skeleton.
Okay, and so that one has, it is now marked, and has diminished stamina as a result of that
Right.
first hit. And so
I gain a focus because I did damage to it. So.
Yeah. And
okay.
I'm trying
that
to
is my
remember the power roll. Is that different than just a test? Like, is the attack rolls? Power roll is most abilities require you to roll 2d10. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So
just the attack roll.
basically, what that means is that because of the mark, anyone else who attacks that marked one gets an edge on that attack.
And what does an edge do?
It is a +2 to your.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically kind of like advantage. And then if you had 2 things that would cause advantage, it would be just automatically upgraded to the next tier.
Right.
So I got a question, Cristiano.
Mhm.
So last time we learned about triggered stuff. So I have one that's called Word of Guidance, and it's a trigger. The target makes an ability roll for a damage dealing ability. Can I just do that every time my allies attack?
Let me look at your sheet. Where is this one?
Word of Guidance under second encounter. It sounds like I can
Okay.
just like trigger that every time.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. You I believe you can only do it once per round.
Okay.
Because it's not a free action, it is a triggered action.
And I can only do a triggered action once a round?
I believe that's right. Yeah, it's kind of like your reaction.
Okay, so I can only do that for one time. But I can do that every round once. So I
Yes,
could have done
believe
it. I could have done it for nobility when I thought of it, but I didn't.
Yeah. I believe that's correct. I'm double checking. A triggered action, you can take 1 triggered action per round when the trigger happens.
Okay. So I've used my triggered action. I'm done for the round.
Okay. So, with that, it is now one of the enemies' turn, and they are basically all pretty. Yeah, I think the ghouls are going to charge in first. So the first one is running up, and it kind of it just jumps. It just leaps like a monkey or a flea the size of a person. And if they land on Solarimar, or at least they're trying. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if they land on a size 1 enemy, that enemy is knocked prone, and the ghoul can make a free strike against them. So that is what they do.
No.
They're basically they jump and they land on Solarimar, knocking you prone. Although I can't just here. I'll sort of cheat it like that. And then it's going to make its free strike. With its razor claws. Wow, okay, it got double 10s.
Oh my lordy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's a crit, and so it's it's I'm just need to check the rules reference for crits. I believe critical is gonna it just doubles the damage. I think. No, okay, I see. A 19 or 20 rolled on the dice without a modifier is always a tier 1 result, tier 3 result, no matter the modifiers, and that's all.
Okay.
So it doesn't
Okay.
double that damage. However,
But
what it does do still is 5. It does 5 damage, and
Okay.
is your might less than 2?
Nope.
Well, then you are not bleeding, which is good, because you don't want to be bleeding, as we discovered last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing that we discovered after the game last time is that I was using freely an action that should have been costing menace points last time, which was making everybody bleed, and so it was a little extra hard on everybody. But yeah, so so it jumps on you, and then it slashes at you with its razor claws and does that damage, and that is the end of its turn. The other ghoul is not. Yeah. The other ghoul has, what's its speed? They're fast.
Oh,
So
boy.
it's going to do the same thing to Tulu.
oh way.
Is it right that they just there's no save or anything? They can just, if they get within range, they just do it. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, all right. That is what they do. It had to be a tier size 1 enemy. But yeah, so it's making that same attack against you, Tulu.
Yeah.
It is not nearly so effective, though. It only gets an 11, which is a tier 1 result. So that's 3 damage to you, and there's no risk of bleeding.
Okay.
All right, that is the ghoul's turn. It is now a hero's turn, so Stelermar has already gone, so it needs to be Tulu or Beverly to go now.
I have a magic strike that can push one of those things off.
Mm-hmm.
So
If
why
I
don't you
get high
go?
enough. Bev? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Do that for Tulu, and then he'll be able to get up on his turn.
okay. It's called Vicious Fire, which deals damage and also pushes.
Okay.
2, 3, so it so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, I'm going to use word of guidance to give you an edge on this roll, which means you get a +2.
I get a +2, so that's a +4.
Okay.
Okay, and that's an 18,
18.
which is
Yeah.
11 fire damage and pushes it 4 back.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the one that was on Tulu, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
One thing we learned, Lee, last time, that if you push things into walls or other things, you can do extra damage by slamming them into walls.
So if you do it from there, I think he won't hit that statue. He'll just be knocked.
No,
Right,
it's
but
just-
if
it's
you
just
just
skipping
move it to
anywhere.
here first, then you would slam him into the statue. So
Okay. So if I do that, then he would be extra
Basically,
damage.
Yeah, so the way that it works is that because he would hit the statue right away, he can't move 4 back. So he won't, but he'll take damage based on how much further he would have gone. Just like how hard does he hit it.
Okay.
And the knock, the forced movement, it was slamming into objects. When you force move a creature into a stationary object that is their size or larger, the movement ends and the creature takes 2 damage +1 for each square remaining in their forced movement.
Okay, so question.
Yep.
I'm guessing that based on the way we're running this, do I already have my second encounter
Yes.
abilities open?
This is
okay.
this is the third encounter. You have everything up through that.
Okay. So I have explosive existence, which is adds a little magic to an ally's aggression at just the right time, and say target force moves a creature. The force movement gains a distance. Force movement distance gains a
That is
+2
a triggered
bonus.
action that you would do on someone else's attack, not your own.
It says self or ally.
Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it does say that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Well, so I guess what I'm going to tell you right now, though, is that I think the damage that you did to start with, which is was what 11
11.
plus slamming it into the statue. I'm going to just be a nice director and tell you you don't need to spend anything to make that bit more
Okay.
Okay.
because it basically splatters him across the statue. Because 11 plus it would be 2 plus 4. So 11 plus 6 is definitely more than all the stamina that one has.
Okay. Yay!
Okay.
It went splat.
It sure did. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Now I think that we've got this skeleton, the close one, is going to run up and attack you, Beverly, because you
Okay.
moved a little closer to it. And the skeleton, wow, okay, he's got all sorts of stuff, doesn't he? I need to refresh my memory how I get Malice, but I'll have him just do his main attack for right now. He is just slamming up to try to attack you with bone shards, and he only gets a 10, which means that he is still going to do 4 damage to you. But that's oh, let's see, interesting. You're going to take 4 damage from being slashed at with these bone shards, and several of them kind of like leave little splinters in you. And so until the start of this skeleton's next turn, you will take an additional 2 damage the first time you try to move on your turn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me double check how I get my Malice, because you know, that's how I need to be able to spend my my fancier attacks. And then, why is that not in here? It's not in the. Okay, fine. Okay, it's in the other book, for Pete's sake. Okay, hang on. Like, okay, no, it's got to be in this this adventure. Okay. Okay. No. I'm sorry, I'm taking a moment here.
All right.
Okay. Malice is a resource I gain. At the start of combat, I gain Malice equal to the average number of victories per hero. So, Telu and Solarimar would have how much each? Victories.
Victories,
2.
2.
2. Okay. So you both have 2. So it's 4 divided by 3 because Beverly doesn't have any yet. So it's just over 1. So I have 1 Malice to start with. And then plus the number of the round of combat that has just begun. So I guess I would have 2 to start with, and then
You gain
each
3 and
round
then
I gain
yeah.
more.
So it's
no,
definitely to our advantage to get these over with quickly.
No, I have 2 to start, and then I will gain another 2 in round 2, and then 3 in round 3.
Right,
and so on.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so I have 2 to start right now. I haven't spent any yet. You took the damage from the bone shards, Beverly. Okay, so I believe that would be a hero turn then next, and Tulu's the only one left.
I'm the only one left. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to roll to see how much piety I get.
Also, I think I'll move the ghoul off of Solarimar's space just because it does say knocks down and gets a free attack. It doesn't say you remain pinned or anything like that. So
Right.
Okay, so here we are. Now I'm not sure how this actually would work for the for the mechanics of rolling. So
Mhm.
we're in the third encounter, right?
Yes.
Right.
So okay, so I have 5 piety. So if I use faith as our armor,
Mhm.
it targets 4 allies. Effect, you can target yourself instead of one ally with this ability. And then, do I roll for each target or what?
So I think no, I think you do one roll, and
Okay,
then
okay, that's what I was
it
wondering. Is it like,
applies to 4
oh,
allies, including you can include yourself as one of
right,
those.
right. So I'm going, since I'm hurting, I'm going to blow all my piety to roll this to get some temporary
Great.
stamina for everybody.
That
So
seems good.
10 plus 2.
Okay. What does it look like when you summon this? Oh, look, 21.
Oh, I
That's
got
a tier
15
3.
15
temporary stamina for
stamina for
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
So
How
kind
do
of
you
like,
mark that?
There's a
Well,
temporary
there-
spot below the main current stamina.
oh,
Okay.
temporary.
Okay. I gotcha.
So it kind of like, it's kind of like a globe fills up
Yeah.
his body, and then orbs kind of shoot towards all the targets except for one, which just goes right back into his chest. And you have temporary stamina.
Yeah.
Hurrah! And then I'm going to move up to here, get out of the way of.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
would move like another space to the left, just
Yeah, for these guys. You're right. Good point. Okay.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
okay.
Okay, so we have the pink dot skeletons and the ghouls that haven't gone yet. I think I will go ahead and have the skeletons take their turn. Um, they're both going to just charge at Solarimar, who's the closest target.
Okay.
And they have a speed of 5, so they 1, 2.
Yep.
3,
They've got
4,
enough
5.
they've got enough movement to get there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So they're both attacking. One of them is going to use its bone. So I said I bone shards was the name of the other attack they did. One of them,
Mhm.
I'm going to spend 2 malice to use bone shard, or excuse me, bone spur. Bleh. If I could. Okay, but it only gets an 11. So that's a
Okay.
tier 1 result for this, which is 1 damage. But
Okay.
oh, excuse me. This is that's a burst thing. They're not going to do that then. That's because that's a different attack than I thought. So it's still
Okay.
just an 11 for the bone shards attack. It's 4 damage, and until the start of the skeleton's next turn, you will take 2 damage the first time you willingly move on your turn. The other one is
Okay.
doing the same attack and gets even lower, so it's going to be the same deal. The
Okay.
I don't know if those effects stack. Like, is it 4 because 2 of them did it? I think that's what makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's another 4 damage now, and another 2 pending if you move.
Okay.
All right. That is the skeleton's turn, and now it is the ghoul's turn. Because, or excuse me, not the ghouls. The zombies are the ones that haven't moved yet with the purple dots.
Yeah.
Because the ghouls were the ones that jumped at the stop.
Right.
Start. The zombies.
What's their move?
Yeah. They're going to start staggering towards everybody, and I think just clobber and clutch is the name of their attack.
Clobber and clutch
One,
out here.
yeah. So this one's going to do that to Beverly. And then
Okay.
dunk, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Solarimar. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah. So first against Beverly. That's a 19.
Ouch.
Yeah, so that is going to be 7 damage, and you are grabbed.
Oh no.
If you start your turn grabbed by the zombie, you're going to take 2 corruption damage. A creature who takes 5 or more corruption damage this way becomes insatiably hungry for flesh and must complete the Find a Cure downtime project to end this effect.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So yes, it has grabbed you, and you take that 7 damage. The one trying to grab Solarimar gets a 17, so that's also going to be same result of 7 damage, and you are grabbed. And so you see now the synergy of these different attacks, because one of them you definitely want to move to not be grabbed, and then the others you don't want to move. The other thing that I'll point out, at the start of this next round, I have another 2 malice, and it's the start of new round, and I want to give
Okay.
Tulu the opportunity to make a reason check, because you don't have everyone quite as much in your face as they do.
Reason check. Here we go. That is a whopping 8.
Yeah. I think you don't necessarily know exactly what's happening with that, but you notice that the glowing skull seems to like flare up every time one of the undead creatures moves. Like it's still actively channeling and not just on. Okay, so it is the start of a new round. The heroes go first. So which of you want to?
Okay.
I think Solarimar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking through my my abilities here.
So you have there's the escape grab, but also the stand up that are both maneuvers.
Okay, I'm going to stand up. And I'm actually going to attack the one that grabbed Beverly.
Okay.
And I'm going to use concussive strike.
Okay.
Does that force movement?
No, I don't have anything that forces movement.
Okay.
17.
Nice.
That is a
looks like 12 damage, it looks like.
12 damage, and they are dazed if their might is less than 2.
That was the zombie, and their might is 2. So it looks like that doesn't apply to them.
Okay.
But they do take what it was, 11 damage? 12.
12 damage.
Okay, on 12 damage on the zombie. It is not destroyed, but that does certainly it is pretty hurt.
Yeah, and I gain 2 focus at the start of my turn. Okay.
Okay. So you are no longer.
I am no longer prone.
Down, but you are still grabbed by the zombie.
Yep.
Okay. It is. I think I'm going to go ahead and have the zombies get their turn now, which means that let's see. Oh, so if you start your turn grabbed by the zombie, so you should also take 2 corruption damage.
Right.
And track how much corruption damage you've taken.
Okay.
So the zombies.
Now, does it count if it's coming against temporary points?
Yeah, I think it does. It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't. Doesn't distinguish. Okay. So they are. No, I think I might as well just have it be the same. I'm just trying to. All right. So yeah, I said it was the zombies. The zombies go. They're going to continue to try to do. Resume their clobber and clutch attack on their existing grabbed targets. Do they have an edge for having you grabbed already? I think they probably do.
Yeah. I put my corruption as a green status bar.
Okay. Okay, let's see. The grabbed. A creature is grabbed, has speed 0, can't be force moved except by the creature or object or effect that has them grabbed. Can't use the knockback maneuver. Takes a bane on abilities that don't target the creature, object, or effect that has them grabbed. So that probably should have applied to you targeting the other zombie, Silaramar. We won't retcon it, but just for future reference.
Okay.
If a creature is grabbed by another creature and that creature moves, they bring the grabbed creature with them. If a creature's, yeah, okay. That seems like, that's the effect of the grabbed. So I'll just have them reroll. So against Silaramar, wow, that's another 17.
Oof.
They're working on you there.
How much damage is that?
With the 17, that's another 7.
Okay,
against
that's
Beverly,
the last of my temporary hits.
15.
dear.
So against that's 6 damage for you, and you remain grabbed as well. And that is the zombie's turn. So now it is one of your, one of the hero's turns.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get the abilities listed under the encounter during the encounter
Yes.
or
Yes,
after?
during the encounter.
Yes, you have everything up through third
Okay.
encounter. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
so
used.
I
That's what I
now
used
have-
last time. Yeah.
So I now have 5 essence, and I can use conflagration.
Okay.
A storm of fire descends upon your enemies. Each enemy within the area 3 cube within 10. So how do I judge that?
Okay.
I think you can get all of them based on my understanding.
It looks, So, it looks to me, So you can have it. It just does each enemy. So 3 cube means it's a 3x3 square.
Okay.
You can place that 3x3 square within 10 feet, 10 squares of you. So you could get all but one. If
all
you
except
put
the skeleton.
It, basically center it where Silaramar is. You get all of them, but that skeleton, that one skeleton.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, very nice.
Okay, I'm going to give you
Your
a word of
your
guidance.
edge.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get your
so
edge
that
on
means get another +2 on your roll.
Okay. Okay, let's see how this works out. Please roll good. That's a 16.
Okay, that's a tier 2, and that included the edge. So tier 2 result looks like 8 fire damage to everything within that range.
Yeah.
Okay. The zombie that had you grabbed is incinerated.
Yay!
The ghoul. Let's see. Where is that encounter?
Yeah.
Where are these guys?
So the other reason that I was asking about that is because I have corruption immunity up to 3 points.
Okay. All right. So if you have corruption immunity, then I would say you don't take that 2 corruption damage that you would have otherwise taken at the start of your turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The ghoul is burned but not dead. The skeletons, the pink dot skeletons, how much do they have? So both of them are they're very badly burned, but they're not destroyed. The other zombie had not been hit yet, and so that one's still doing okay. But it's definitely burned by the attack, but it's not like on the verge of dropping yet. Oh, I should clarify too, though. Hang on. Okay, well, never mind that. So the fire damage counteracts all of these undead things. Have basically the first time you reduce them to 0, they're not actually dead yet, unless it's fire or holy damage.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. So that was a lot of damage. You only destroyed one completely, but all of the rest are much more hurt than they were. Anything else for your turn? You're no longer grabbed because you burned that guy away.
Yeah. I don't. How about this dude? Is he still
Well,
just like
He's
crispy?
still
he
No,
did not
he's
get
not.
burned at all. However, he
Oh,
did
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
hit with Silaramar's attack earlier. So
Okay.
he's injured as well.
Okay. So no, that's me.
Okay. All right. So I think that the ghoul didn't like that and is going to turn his leap attack on you.
Oh no.
So you are knocked now prone, and he's going to take his free strike against you with his razor claws, and he gets only a 5.
That's because I'm little. I'm small.
I'm sure that's why. So that is only going to be 3 damage to you.
Okay.
All right. So all of the skeletons have not acted yet. Tulu, it's your turn.
Okay, so we have a bunch of things going on. First of all, I'm going to roll piety, see how much
Yeah.
piety do I have. So I'm a whopping 1, so I'm not going to be doing anything big this time.
I go after this dude because we don't want our elf boy hungering for flesh.
All right, so after which dude? What do you?
The zombie, the remaining zombie.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is purple.
Okay, so why don't we hit that one with blessed light then? So I'm going to shoot blessed light at a burning radiance falls upon your foe, transferring some of their energy to a nearby ally. Basically, surges, which we
Yes.
haven't used properly in this game, and that we probably shouldn't need to. But I guess I think I'm the only one that actually can give surges. But anyway, I'm going to attack with blessed light. So that's 2d10 plus 12, 2. And that's a whopping 7, so it only does 5 holy damage
And that was to the zombie?
to the
Or-
zombie, yeah.
Okay. So 5 damage, holy
Yep,
damage.
Yep. And I'm going to give a surge. One ally within distance gains a number of surges equal to the tier outcome of your power roll. I'll give that 1 surge to
Yeah.
our elf tactician friend.
And as a
Okay.
reminder for surges, when you deal damage with an ability power roll, you can spend up to 3 surges to increase the damage you deal by 2 per surge spent. Also, when you target 1 or more creatures with an ability that has a potency, which is like where it says, if your might is less than 2, it does something, for example.
Yeah.
You can spend 2 surges to increase the potency by 1 for one of the creatures targeted. You can only increase the potency by 1. You can't do more than that with other surges. Okay.
Okay.
And surges are not, you can't save those. So that,
Yep.
like once the combat is over, they're gone. So don't
Right.
hoard them.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you did the 5 damage. Was there something else that happened? You gave
No.
a surge to someone? Or
I
no?
I gave a surge. I gave a surge to
To
nobilis.
Saruman.
Okay.
Saruman, yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Celery
so,
man.
Yeah. I'm sorry to be picking on you, Nobilis, but these undead creatures explicitly in the adventure, they attack the nearest target.
Mm-hmm. No, I put myself out there on purpose.
Yeah, you sure did. All right, so the pink dot skeletons are going this time. One of them is going to move up here, and I'm going to spend 2 malice to have it actually use its bone spur attack this time. Dear Adobe, can I not have the create a document button in the only place that I can grab the window? Anyway, the skeleton does its bone spur attack, which is a burst of 1. It moves over to where both Beverly and Silaramar are in range.
Ay.
And it's rolling 2d10 plus 2, 17.
Ah,
Yeah. So that is 3 damage to each of you as it goes and splatters you with bone shrapnel. And your might is not less than 2, correct, Silaramar?
yes, my might is 2.
So you are not bleeding. You just take 3 damage. But what is your might, Beverly?
-1.
-1.
Oh,
So
no.
yes, you are bleeding, and save ends. So like when it's on your turn, you can try to make the save to stop bleeding. But what bleeding does while you are bleeding, I believe, is you do damage when you take actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Yeah, so when you are bleeding and you use a main, whenever you use a main action, a triggered action, or make a test or ability power roll using might or agility, you lose stamina equal to 1d6 plus your level. And you do that after the roll is resolved. You cannot prevent it. And you take damage from this condition when you use a main action you use on your turn. However, a free triggered action, if something says it's a free action, oh yeah, no, that still happens too. So, but it says save ends, and so I'm trying to remember, like, what is the save you make for? If a save ends, saving throw. Okay, to make a saving throw, it's just a D10 on a 6 or higher. That's the save. Okay, I was reminding myself of that. So I spent 2 malice to have the one guy do that.
Mm-hmm.
The other skeleton is just doing its previous bone shards attack. Neither of you moved the last time, and so the previous splinters have kind of fallen out. But against Delaramar, it gets a 12, so that's going to be 6 damage. And once again, you are now back at you'll take 2 damage if you move. But you also can't move yet because you're still grabbed. All right.
Yeah, I am winded.
Oh boy.
Okay, that was the pink dot skeletons. All 3 of you went already, so it's only the other last skeleton remaining. He's gonna go up and attack Beverly.
Okay, I will take the parry action, so you take the parry triggered action, so you take half damage.
Okay, great. So we got a 14, which is going to be 6 damage, and you have the splinters, but you'll take half for parried. Is that right?
Yeah, half damage.
Okay.
Okay. So that leaves me at winded too.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Mostly it's a trigger for other abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are things that specifically say they happen when you're winded. If nothing says that, then it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you parry, I was just looking at it. It's like effect. You can shift 1 square if the target is you. If you end the shift, I see.
Adjacent to her, so
Okay,
I can
yeah.
parry.
Takes half the damage. Yep. Great.
Yep.
Okay, so that is the end of round 2. Start of round 3. I gain another 3 malice, which makes me have 6 total right now. But it is a hero's turn to start.
Tactician.
Yeah. I'm going to I will gain my 2 focus.
You're going to
I'm
take another
going
2 corruption damage because you're still grabbed.
Yep. Okay. Leaving me with 7. I really want to take the now maneuver to allow each character to make a free strike.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that would take down a bunch.
This strike now, I think you don't have that till the 4th encounter.
3rd encounter. I have now. Costs 5 focus. It's on the 3rd encounter.
Oh, I see. There's a separate. I saw the one called Strike Now in 4th encounter, but just now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, each target can make it's 3 allies, but it doesn't say I can do it on myself.
I think specifically it's not yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that getting some extra attacks in would be really good, even though my stamina is really low.
How are you doing for
Also,
recoveries?
if Beverly uses it, does an attack right now, it will she will take bleed damage for it.
Oh, that's true. All right, then I'll save that. Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a concussive strike on the zombie who has me grabbed.
Okay.
Start with that. Let's see what maneuvers I'm gonna do after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Wow, double
Oh.
ones. Double
Okay, so
ones.
that's
Yeah.
only 7 damage.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
That's enough to kill it anyways?
That is exactly how much it had left.
Wow.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. I tell you one thing I do like in Draw Steel is there's no just misses. You just like
Yeah.
You
Yeah, just
know.
don't do quite as much damage. All right.
Mhm.
Well then. Yeah,
So
I
remember
think
you have 4 out of 4 corruption damage now.
yeah. Um so there, 4 corruption damage and oh um and I'm going to take a recovery maneuver.
Yeah. So catch breath maneuver
Yep.
lets you spend 1 recovery, which is a reminder for everybody. You have a number of recoveries. Spending 1 lets you replenish 1/3 of your stamina maximum.
Yep.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Well, it just so happens that I was saving up my malice to have the zombie do a zombie malice thing, and
Oh,
it turns
no.
out now they're all dead. You've ruined everything. I hope you're happy.
Yes, we're very
I'm
happy.
ecstatic.
Thank you.
So I think that to punish you for that, the two skeletons are both gonna the pink dot skeletons are gonna attack you. And they you know what, actually this one is shifting up here and it's gonna do its bone spur thing where it can hit everybody. And yeah,
Oh,
so
dear.
this is bone spur. It gets a 14, which means that it's 2 damage for all 3 of you. And if your might
Okay.
is less than 1, then you're bleeding or, still bleeding for
Okay.
Beverly.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your might, Paul?
1.
Okay, I'm going to shift
Well,
one.
so it says might is less than 1. So basically
Okay.
that means
Okay, so it's
having
not gonna
1,
hurt
but
you.
you're not. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
just
I
me.
can't. Okay. So I'm still going to shift 1 and use my parry maneuver to half the damage against you, Paul.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
So it'll be only 1 damage instead.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Okay.
because I know that you're in real fragile shape.
I'm in real fragile shape.
Yeah. So then I think the other skeleton was going to attack Celerimar, but because Celerimar is no longer the closest target, it's instead going to attack Beverly.
Sorry, Bev.
That's only an 11 though, so it's only going to do 4 damage. But once again, you have the splinters on you. Oh, you know what? Also, you have splinters on you, Celerimar, when you moved.
Oh. So I
So
took
you should
damage
take
there?
another 2 damage. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So that's this.
And
the
I'm
pink-
winded again.
Yeah. The pink dot
Oh, dear.
skeletons have taken their turn. So I believe it's Tulu or Beverly now.
Beverly,
What
if you take out that marked skeleton, I can boost your attack.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And it hasn't gone yet, so if you take it out, it takes away an action from her.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to my uh what was that? My push, or was it?
Yeah.
Vicious fire. Vicious
Yeah.
fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. See how much I can slam him into the coffins.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9. So
Hmm.
it's only push 2.
Okay.
6 fire damage, push 2.
Well, that is enough that it is just the blackened bones are scattered across the floor.
Okay, and I
Okay,
will,
and
and
I need to take a recovery action.
no, don't.
Don't. I'm at 1.
Okay,
I'm at
Okay.
1.
I am spending a focus so you can spend a recovery for free
Okay.
without taking an action. Now you can then spend another one on your own to get even more stamina back, but I
Yeah.
don't wanted to do that before you spent yours.
Right.
Okay.
So
Can you do that? Isn't that is that another triggered action?
oh, sorry, that's a
You,
trick.
you did one already when you parried.
No, it's not. While a creature mark is you
Oh, right,
um,
right. When it's
whenever you are an ally, lose an ability to deal damage. It's moving the mark.
Right,
That's a
okay.
reflex,
okay.
a
Let's
triggered
see.
action. So yeah,
When
you can spend one for free. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, spend
Great.
1 for free, and I definitely need to use 2.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. So that brings me back up to 13. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only creature I have left with a turn right now is the ghoul, and he's gonna jump on you, Beverly.
Oh no.
Again?
And
Yeah.
what do you want him to do? You're right there.
you're the closest one.
Yeah.
So he knocks you prone again, and he tears at you with his razor claws. Only gets a 9, which is for him 3 damage.
Okay.
You were bleeding, so I do need you to take. You know what? I didn't call you on this before, but here's what should have happened. When you
Okay.
made the attack, once the attack was resolved,
Uh-huh.
you should have taken the bleed damage.
Okay.
But
But
she took the recovery
triggered
first.
action. So the triggered action that, or rather the recovery that Nobilis gave you, could have been on there, right? Before that
Right.
first action would be resolved.
But if she
Right.
took the recovery maneuver first, she'd have the stamina to be able to make the attack.
Okay.
Well, if I take
But so what I'm trying to say is we still have to do 2 bleeds. Yeah.
Bleed
So
actions.
All right.
So
So-
the sequence is a little funny, but basically right now, twice you need to do 1d6 plus 1 and take that much damage.
Oof.
all right. So
Boy.
Yeah, just
So
roll
2d6
1d6
plus
plus
2.
1. Well, or yeah, you can do it together, or
yeah, so if I do 2d6 plus 2,
yeah, it's the same.
roll low.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
me, and I am down.
Okay.
That is all of the
I
recovery
thought
that
you
I have
just
left.
said you got back up to 13.
And then he jumped on me and did 3 points of
Okay.
damage.
All right. So hang on. Yeah. Okay.
So the jumping is what did it.
Yeah.
Not the bleed.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So when you go down
To Georgia.
No.
hang on. I'm trying to. So when your stamina is 0, you are not unconscious in this game. That's not how it works here.
Oh, okay.
It says it means that you can't take the catch breath maneuver in combat. You are and you remain bleeding. So first roll a d10 to see if you would have still been bleeding.
7.
So that's higher. So you wouldn't have still been bleeding. Now that you are down unconscious, or you are, quote, dying, not unconscious, you are bleeding again. If your stamina ever is made to be negative of your winded value, you die.
Okay.
So you are dying. You are not unconscious.
You can still act, but it costs stamina
Yeah.
because you're bleeding,
Right.
but otherwise you're kind of holding yourself together and not doing anything.
Right.
Okay.
Right. How many recoveries do you have left?
8.
6.
Okay.
6? Oh,
Okay. Then I know what I'm
No,
doing on my
different
turn.
classes don't all have the
Oh,
same
okay.
starting number.
Okay.
No.
Well, I started at 8, and then I used 2
I
to get
know-
up to.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Willis
Yeah.
probably thought you started with a higher number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the classes don't all start with the same number of
Okay.
recoveries.
Okay.
Okay, so we've resolved everything, I think, now with the bleeds and the
Right.
and so now you're dying. The ghoul didn't hurt you very much that time, but you couldn't take much, and you're now sort of bleeding uncontrollably, looking kind of gray faced, and that is the end of the enemy's turn. So I believe Tulu's turn is the only remaining on this round.
It is indeed. Clark to the rescue. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I have two piety, so I'm going to use healing grace on Beverly and spend actually I could do that. Oh, okay. I only need to spend one. Okay, so I'm going to spend one piety on you. So you're going to be able to use 2 recoveries. One of those recoveries you can use to stop bleeding, and the other will give you 130 hit points back and get you in positive territory. Sound good?
Sounds great.
So you're spending 2 recoveries. One stops the bleeding. The other gets you your 1/3 thing of hit points back.
Okay.
No, so I don't think you need to do it that way, because I think the bleeding you have when you're dying is only because of the negative stamina.
Oh,
So
but the way
if
we did
you-
it last,
I know, I know, but I'm reading it now. It says, while dying, you are bleeding until you are no longer dying. You are
Okay.
dying when your stamina is 0. So if you get her to positive stamina territory, she is no longer dying and therefore no longer bleeding.
Okay, yeah, we had done it the last time, but I was spending
Yes.
recoveries
No,
like mad to stay alive.
I
Yeah.
understand. Yes, I know. We're learning the
Okay.
system, all of us
Okay.
together.
I'm still going to give you 2 recoveries. This way, then you spend 2 recoveries and you should be really good to go.
Okay. Yeah. That brings me back up to 12.
I
Okay.
mean, I can't do anything else, but I'm a cleric. That's what I
All
do.
right. Well,
So,
it is the start of a new round, which means I
Yep.
do get more malice, but
course you do.
also it is once again the hero's opportunity to choose someone to go first this round.
I think it should be me again.
yes,
Yep.
it should be.
Okay. Given that she is no longer bleeding, I think it is time to use now. I'm going to
Okay.
spend 5 focus. And everyone, both of you guys,
Mm-hmm.
now this is a maneuver, by the way, it's not a main action.
Okay.
I'll still have my main action after this happens.
All right.
Okay.
Each of you gets a free attack of your free strike type.
Oh, one
Yeah.
of the free strikes under first
Yep.
level first encounter. Okay.
Okay.
So, who's the weakest out of these 3?
I'm going after
Yeah.
the ghoul that pounced me.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, what we
The
what we
skeletons
both
are weaker than the ghoul.
Take out the 2 skeletons,
Okay.
then I will go after the ghoul.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
Well, a 7 is still
Still
you're
damage.
What's your tier 1 damage?
So how much damage is that? your free
You've
strike?
3. 3 damage.
3 is enough to finish off the skeleton.
Yay.
Wait. Okay, I'll attack the other skeleton with Ray of Wrath. D10 plus 2. I also get a tier 1 result for 4 damage.
Okay. That is enough to finish off that one as well. Each of them had 2 left.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, I do not currently have any status effects.
Oh, hang on. Also, just a second, because those two last things were not fire damage. So the
Oh.
first time they are reduced to 0 by damage that is not fire damage or holy damage, and their body
Mine was
isn't
holy.
destroyed. Yours was holy. Okay.
Yes,
So
mine is holy.
yours is stays down, but the I did just delete it now. Skeleton. I might have to replace it with a different. There we go. So, but the one that you fought stands back up.
Okay.
Yeah. It is actually it is prone still. So you see it it falls, but then it starts trying to
Pick itself back
yeah.
up.
Okay. I'm going to step over and the that bone spur ability of attack more than one creature at a time still seems pretty dangerous, and the ghoul will get back up if I take it out, but the skeleton won't. So I'm going to attack that.
One
And
quick
when
note: Beverly could have, with the free strike, instead of doing melee weapon free strike, could have done the ranged hurl element. I believe that in this game there is not like a
penalty
bane
for
doing ranged
Oh,
from
okay.
up close, I believe. And so you could have done well.
and you
then
only
again,
did tier 1 anyway, so Bane wouldn't have hurt.
You only, well, okay, yeah, it's true. But also I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, it feels like there should be a result there because otherwise, like with her attack, a tier 1 does 3 damage with the weapon and 4 damage with the ranged. And so if there's no penalty at all for using the ranged when up close, why would you ever use the other, right?
Because some abilities only trigger melee attacks.
Okay. All right. So in any case,
Yeah, if I believe that the free strike only applied to the melee weapon strike. That's why I picked that one.
It doesn't. No, it's just for any
Right.
free strike.
So the
Yeah.
point is that you could have used the elemental one, probably would have used fire, and it would have killed it.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay.
all right.
So I will spend, actually, I don't have enough focus to use concussive strike. So, so I will use protective attack.
Okay.
That's an 11, which is 7 damage, and it is taunted until the end of next turn.
Well, it is so taunted that it just can't breathe or move or continue fighting because it's dead.
Aw.
Aw.
Ah,
Wah, wah.
all right.
All right. So with that, you see that this glowing skull thing seems to revert to sort of the passive mode that it was in before. It does still seem like the magic is still present. It just doesn't have any more bodies to animate.
I'm going to spend another recovery, so I'm no longer winded. I'm down to 3 now. Now let's see if we can figure out how to open this door. I'm going to search the statue for triggers or mechanisms or things that might make it slide out of the way.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an intuition. I mean, I guess it's, you could do reason or intuition.
Reason or intuition? Okay.
I mean, if I think it's kind of like, are you doing an investigation or a perception roll? Is kind of the gist here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely trying to figure it out.
Make a reason test. Make a reason
Okay.
test.
14.
A 14.
That is tier 2.
Yeah. You discover that there is in fact a secret door. And you see how to open it.
Okay.
However, you think that um, there's something that's supposed to trigger it to open. And if you force it without giving what it was intended to trigger it, it will make noise. So you can
Okay.
open it in a way that will make noise right now. But there is something else that should be able to open it silently.
Yeah.
Like you can see that there's just a little, like a mechanism that's
Yeah.
designed to respond to something. It's clearly got some like magic
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
Well, what
Uh,
was that phrase again?
What
The
was the
inscription
question?
reads, "Once this fails, the battle is lost."
What's
I,
this?
I think I think Bev just starts hurling out words. Teamwork, hope, faith, skill.
Uh, you're just yelling stuff out.
Shields.
Yeah.
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 Fear.
Yeah. Is there somewhere
well,
we're
you're
supposed
yelling
to?
out so many so fast that you're not actually sure which one it was. Mhm.
Woo!
Well done.
Yes. So
Whichever one it
when
was.
you do that, the door does open, and you probably stop yelling right away because the whole
Yes.
point was to not alert whoever it was that might be beyond.
Yeah.
So you
Stay.
do, for fighting the undead, gain another victory.
Yay.
Yeah. So that also just means that for between you all, the total is 7 divided by 3 means I get to start with 2 malice the next time.
Oh, nice.
I'm
For
just
you.
doing the math, yeah. But yes, you do get another victory for this. And as the door slides open, you do hear sinister chanting.
Kulu Padawan. Oh, wait.
Something to that effect, yeah.
Guanciale.
It's not that far off.
Oh, dear God. I did not want this to go to
Well, you don't know,
Calvary.
really. I mean, you're kind of hoping that it's not too late to stop the ritual, so you won't know what's going to happen.
Papa Mau Mau.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eep
Boom.
up orc ah.
That means I love you.
I think I like my version better.
All right. Let's see.
Really carefully with the plates. That's what the look back and says.
All right. So I'm going to have all of you make. Is there like a stealth? No, what? No, it says you get to catch them surprised, so I'm not going to make you roll for the stealth right
Okay.
now. But it's especially because they're busy, right? They're
Right.
chanting, they're doing this ritual, so there's not they're not listening for intruders. So as you peer around the corner, you see there's a glowing, translucent white energy field crackling across an opening in the floor that leads to a staircase going down. It is not, in fact, a pool of water. It is that thing that I just said.
Okay.
I say that because I thought it was a pool of water. A carving on the south wall reads, "Julius's cup shall remain free from the hands of the unworthy. Turn back or perish." 5 human warrior statues, each smeared with blood, stand around the stair. A band of goblins stand among the statue, raising their voices in an unified chant. And a robed goblin covered in fur and over 7 feet tall leads the chanting. And a young woman with soot-stained hands and a bruised face is tied to the southernmost statue. She lets out a shriek of pain as the goblins chant, tendrils of white energy moving out from her chest to the energy field below.
I'm gonna wager that if we knock goblins into that energy field, it won't be nice to them.
I wager that would be a bad day for them.
Yeah.
So as we're getting ready to begin encounter 4 here, let's see.
I love the phrasing of this. The word of delightful consequences.
Wow.
Uh-huh. So now that we're starting Hero 4 and Surprise, take a look at your heroes sheet and note any features or abilities you gain for the fourth encounter. There are not a lot of new general rules for this fight, just new stuff that your heroes can do. If since they are surprised, you snuck up on them. Surprised creature can't take triggered or free triggered actions, and ability power rolls against them gain an edge. After the first round of combat, your enemies will no longer be surprised, so use this temporary advantage wisely.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do. How much movement do I have? How do I know how far I can move? My speed is 6.
Well, once
One?
we start initiative, essentially,
Yeah.
that applies,
2,
right?
3, 4, 5. Is there an ability that wouldn't be on my page that allows me to shove something?
Hang on just a second. It's probably one of the general maneuvers that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Knockback is a knockback ability, which is basically it's a roll that you do. It says you can usually only target creatures of your size or smaller. That would be like a shove for an enemy.
Right.
I think that otherwise, but in the same way, we could say if you wanted to shove an object, you could potentially do that. But what
Right.
are you talking about wanting to shove?
I want to do what I want to do is run up behind the closest goblin and shove him into the field.
Okay, well, so the knockback would absolutely still apply.
Yes.
Let me just double check here what the combat turn. I'm trying to remember how we started, because I just kind of had you do a roll and then said you go first the last time.
Right.
It makes sense that you would have. Hang on, let's see. So I'm refreshing my memory for how we start.
Roll initiative and then
Yeah,
we just
I
start
know,
taking turns.
but we didn't do it properly this last encounter, and I'm
Okay.
trying to remember what the actual rule is. The test total determines which side acts first. Okay. So yes, you do a roll, and if you get a tier 3, you just definitely go first. If you get a tier 1, you go last. If you get a middle one, we roll again.
And I'm rolling. What am I rolling?
Well, I guess agility.
Agility. Yeah,
Well,
we said
hang on.
agility.
See, this is why I was looking it up, and you were kind of hurrying me past
Okay.
that.
All right.
Oh, so they had it be an intuition test in this
Okay.
here.
Well, then somebody else should make it besides me.
My intuition is 2.
Then
Okay.
you should do it.
You know what? No, for this, make it be agility, because that one was for
Okay.
noticing the goblins before they notice you.
Okay.
Silly, back to you then.
12. That's tier 2. Roll again.
Okay. Yeah, just roll again.
10 is tier 1. So
Yeah. Okay. So they are still surprised.
right.
Which I think I will just say means they still can't do any triggered actions, triggered or free triggered actions, and your ability rolls. So one of these groups will get to go first and do a thing, but the rest of the surprised rules still apply.
Okay.
So I think the one that let's see. Yeah, I think ranged 8. Yeah, I think that I think I'll have these goblin warriors on the left side of the field
Mm,
are
okay.
gonna go, and they see you, and start rushing up to block you. Hang on, let me read this just a little bit more here.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that because I know you're planning some cool rules here, and I want to make sure I'm going to be able to adjudicate those properly.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. All right. Yeah. Wow. I think that they don't have enough range to do any of those things. Yeah, so I think what actually happens here is that the bugbear who's doing the channeling sees you and yells at the others, and so these two goblin warriors are going to do their thing. They have a speed of 6, so whoops.
Hmm.
Junk, junk, junk. 2, 3. So one of them is running up to do his spear charge against Tulu.
Yeah, I see that.
And only gets a 10. So that's just going to be 3 damage for you. The other one uses doesn't have enough movement to get all the way up to anyone, and so he's gonna can he use like his action to charge, right? So he's charging basically to get up to intercept position.
Oh boy.
But that is, he had to use his extra action to do that. So that is the Goblin Warrior's turn. Is now one of your turns.
Okay. I will use a maneuver to mark the one that's directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will.
I'm going to use this little skull and crossbones to mark it
Okay.
since I have a green dot
I
already.
gain 2 focus at the beginning of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. I've got 5 focus. I'm just going to trigger now.
Okay.
And so that's my no, that's also a maneuver. Never mind. Can't do that. Can't do that quite yet. I'm gonna. Oh, come on. What?
I'm going to say also, I think we'll not retcon it at this point, but just in hindsight, I think what I would rule for this in the future is if you're surprised, you get to go first, period, instead of having you roll like that. So
yeah, if you have surprise, if they are surprised, then we go first. Yeah,
that just makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, I am. I'm just going to take a. No, I'm going to take a protective attack.
Okay. Remember to roll your edge against them.
Roll my edge?
Because they're surprised.
Oh, okay. So what is my edge?
You add 2 to your roll.
Okay.
You have an edge on the attack. Yeah.
That is a 19, which is a tier 3 hit.
Gotcha.
Palpable.
That is 13 damage, and he is taunted.
13 damage against the Goblin Warrior, who has he is badly hurt. He is not quite completely down, but
I'm going to spend a focus to do an extra 4 damage.
Okay, that does the trick.
Okay, and I had been thinking of using my reaction to to move the mark,
Mhm.
but
I
I
think
think
you're
I'm
out
going to
of
hold on to
options.
that in case I need to parry.
All right. Also, what I'll say, because we asked earlier, and because you fought some of these in the second encounter, is that these guys here are those are minions.
Minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a commander, so that they are all one group. The 4 minions and their commander.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Solarimar's turn. It is now the yellow goblins their turn, and so they are. Um, yeah, I think the goblin warrior commanding them tells them to charge, so they do, and they are basically none of them can like get up to you to make this attack because they have axes, but they are gonna use their charge ability to move double, and basically all they can all
Crowd in
get
there.
up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. All right. I think they can basically
Wow.
you know
I should have let you be in front. This was a bad plan.
yeah. So they've all charged, which means they've gotten up to you to try to block your entrance here and bottleneck you in the
Now would be a
hallway
good
there.
time for that fire.
But yes, well, yeah, and but they weren't able to attack that round.
Yay.
Okay, so that was their turn. Now it's a hero turn.
That might be a
Okay.
good time for your fire. Oh,
Yes, I am
Mhm.
going to use that lovely, lovely conflagration spell.
Okay.
Okay.
I will give you.
Centered,
Yep. I'll give
centered
you
on
where to.
him.
Uh-huh.
Does the edge work for this?
I
Yeah.
believe it does. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's on all attacks against them on this first round while they're surprised.
Yep, and
Okay.
I'll give you word of guidance to give you an edge from that. So you have a double edge.
So a double edge, what it means is you don't add anything. You don't even add the original +2, but whatever you roll, you'll automatically get the next highest tier.
All right.
Okay.
So even if you roll a 2, you'll get
Yeah.
tier 2.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the only question is whether you can roll high enough for a tier 3.
All right. I got a 17.
Okay.
Didn't even
17
need
is
it.
great. So so tell me how much damage that is. What's
It is 12 fire damage.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right.
Well,
So, and it's every enemy in the area, which means the minion rules kind of don't apply. They just all take 12, which does kill all of them. The goblin, the 2 goblin warriors are not completely killed, but they are certainly very badly hurt. The 4 minions are incinerated.
good job.
See, this is why you bring me to the party.
Yes,
That's why
absolutely.
we-
If you on your turn, if you do the stamina drain thing to give me a surge, that'll help with
All right. Stamina drain thing?
yeah, he's got a thing where he can drain stamina from one and give me give a surge to somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well, actually,
Or
I'm
else-
not. I'm not going to use that. Oh, you talking about?
or the
Are you
protective
talking about
ability. Either one's
blessed
fine.
light? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using non-stop on me to get hit points, get temporary hit points for us because
Okay.
I'm very weak. I'm fragile.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is now, I think, Green's turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. Oh,
I think
that was all you had, Beverly, right, Bev?
Yeah. I'm done.
Right. Okay. So
done.
yeah.
So he is going to he's clearly grumbling to himself as he finishes this, stops doing his chant and moves up and is just muttering something in Goblin to the effect of, "If you want something done,
Do it yourself.
yeah." I think that does get him in range with some of his stuff. Yes, it
Oh,
does.
great.
Great.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's going to go ahead and use his signature ability, Shadow Drag.
Shadow
is
drag.
targeting you, Tulu.
Of course he is. I'm right
Um,
in front.
Well, also, I think he somehow senses that, that you are one that you're in touch with divine power, and
I am.
and perhaps you can also feed my ritual.
Eh,
Well,
I know. Well, it makes sense though.
I have
Yay!
multiple tabs open, and the way that Adobe's little layout is such is that when I want to move the window around, there's only a certain part of it that I can click on that's not clicking on one of the tabs or minimizing or expanding the window. And they are filling up 75% of that space with a little create button that I don't want. And it's not a big deal. I'm gonna calm down about it.
No, it is
And
annoying.
have him roll. But I just keep accidentally clicking that button when I don't want to. All right, so he gets a 13,
Okay.
which is going to do 10 damage.
Oof.
I'm negative.
And it is grabbing, like shadows extend. It's like somehow the light is changing so that the bugbear's shadow is extending out from him. But when it reaches Tulu, it grabs him and drags him 3 squares closer to him while it does that damage. And then let's see. Actually, he can target 2 creatures when he does that. So he's going to grab Solarimar too. It's 10 damage to you as well.
Okay.
And so the squares that they just got dragged through are now difficult terrain for all of you. So let me try to make a little
Draw that in.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I think that works. So those squares have weird sort of swirling shadows in them still. And so that is his turn.
Okay. All right. So this is how it stands, friends. I am negative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have 1 recovery left. I've got to spend that recovery on me. Otherwise,
you can't do the catch breath maneuver.
Right. So I have to use an ability that will give me a recovery.
Yep.
That you use a recovery. All right. So how are you doing, Salerno?
I'm all right. I've got recoveries left. I've got 15 stamina, and I've got a plan.
Okay.
Oh, a plan.
All right. So, I mean,
Take care of yourself.
I could theoretically use drain, but I think he's probably immune to corruption. That won't work that well.
Yeah.
So I mean,
just take care of yourself.
So I'm just going to I think I'm just going to go. I only got 1 recovery, so it's the only one I can use. So it's got to be healing grace for me.
Okay.
Straight up. Or I can actually move. Am I grappled or something at this point?
No. The effect pulled you while it was active, but you do not remain grappled. But those squares that are marked still have the shadows in them.
Right, I don't want to go. Right, I'm thinking of getting out of his line of sight, but we got these 2 guys here too. I don't like. I do these options.
Yeah, they will quickly become not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're already badly hurt by the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna healing grace myself and get back 9 hit points, which puts me at 3.
But because you're bleeding, do you take?
No, but no, remember, we don't do that anymore. We don't do.
Okay.
I go above positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that bleeding effect ends, so
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, fine for some definitions.
Well,
it
was
fine.
a little bit complicated the last time too, because you were also bleeding from another source when we were dealing with that. But in any case, yes. So now you stop bleeding as soon as you're in positive stamina again.
Right. So that is that. Actually, I'm going to slide over to here. Yeah.
Right.
If he's got AOE, I'll make it harder.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Oh, he has lots of things he can do. But
yeah, I kind of figured. So. Kind of
Yeah.
figured. So I will go slide over there, and that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And that's the end of the round, right?
end of round
That's-
1. Yes.
Okay. Can we take, since we should have done first last time, can we go first now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to run around this statue and slam into the bugbear and try and knock him into the sparking field.
Yes. So this is the
But hold on. Before I do that, I'm going to mark him.
okay. So this is a straightforward knockback move.
Mm-hmm.
So if your might score is 2 or higher, yeah, you can target a creature with a size equal or less to your might score. It's that doesn't matter here. So
Mhm.
you're just doing your basically 2d10 plus your might score.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you my word of guidance edge here to try to help.
Okay.
out.
So it's 2d10 plus 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Yay!
So what that does is it's a push 3, which is
Mhm.
kind of partially moot here because only one gets him into the field.
Mhm.
But what happens when he enters the field is he's first going to take 3 lightning damage.
The lightning field.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of stamina compared to the others, though, so that's not a huge hit for him. But as soon as he's like falls through the field, you see it zap him, and then all of a sudden he is teleported. Poof, poof.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Yeah. In a. Yeah. So it seems also, I think, when you watch that teleport happen, it doesn't seem like he moved it in a direction of like the way you pushed him or anything. You're not sure if there's like any kind of a pattern for why he ended up there as opposed to somewhere else. But yeah, he
Okay.
basically like disappeared and reappeared over in the corner.
All right. I use 2 squares of movement to move around the statue.
Okay.
I'm going to use 4 more to get the statue at the end between me and him
Gotcha.
to like break his line of sight.
Okay. Is there rules about cover? I'm sure there are.
Yeah. I just,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I want to
4,
support
6.
what you're doing. If
yeah, I'm actually going to move there
Yeah.
so that if he comes at me, if his move is 6
do you
or
have a
less, he's not gonna be able
maneuver
to get to
still,
me.
or did you use it when you're
I used my maneuver when I marked him.
okay?
So I've used
Um,
my action, my maneuver, and my move.
Right, because there is like a hide maneuver. So
yeah.
let's see. When you have line of effect to creature or object, but that target has at least half their form blocked by solid obstruction, the target has cover. You take a bane on damage dealing abilities used against creatures or objects that have cover from you. So that
Yeah.
applies to like if he wants to attack you
Yeah.
while there's cover.
Right.
Gotcha. We have 2 of these goblin warriors remaining. Both of them really hurt. And each of them is a separate turn, so it's only 1 for each. But I think that that one is going to go and attack you, Beverly,
Okay.
and that guy is Goblin Warrior. We started round 2, so I have 4 malice now. I think he's not going to use it. He's just doing his regular spear charge.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a 14, which is going to do 4 damage to you.
Okay. So I have this word of delightful consequences thing.
Ooh.
A
Oh.
protective field of void magic absorbs violence aimed at you, then lets you hurl it back at your enemies. The first
Oh.
time each round that you take damage, you gain 1 surge.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if that's turning back his full damage or if I take 2 and he takes
No,
2.
No.
it sounds like all that happens is that now you have a surge. You
Yep.
take the
Okay.
damage, but now you have a surge, which, as you recall, you can spend on an attack to do additional damage.
Okay. And how much damage was that?
I believe I said you take 4 damage.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that leaves me at 8. Okay.
Okay, so now it is a hero turn.
Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
the last one.
Go.
Okay. I am going to do bifurcated incineration.
I
Yay!
mean, 2 fires at once.
Yeah, two creatures or objects.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to use the surge just increases the damage by 2, correct?
If you spend it, it increases the damage by 2.
Okay. So, yeah, that seems reasonable.
Mhm.
Let's see. That's an 11.
Okay.
So this would be 4 damage, and I'm going to spend the surge to increase that to 6.
And that is an attack on 2.
Yeah, that's an attack on both of them, both
Okay.
this dude and this dude.
Right, makes sense. Yeah, that damage is enough to kill both of them.
Yay!
Yay!
And
Right.
Tulu, I don't think you had a turn this round.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
Didn't I? Oh, didn't I when I moved?
That was your turn from the last round.
That was from the
Oh,
last
yeah.
round.
Oh, so I missed the entire. I also missed the ability. I should have used when I got to.
Oh no, okay,
to
no, you're
negative.
right, because on his turn, so we still, okay, the channeler still has his turn.
Yep.
You moved
Yeah.
out. Okay. Am I wrong?
And Tulu still has his.
Okay. Tulu still have your.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I missed an ability when I got knocked
Okay.
to 0 that I
Right.
should have
Yeah,
used, but
and
that's
So
gone now.
the channeler
Yeah.
gets to go first,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Tulu, you get to go.
Right.
Assuming-
So I think that you being the one that hurt him, he's interested in coming after you, Solarimar,
Okay.
and I am going to use. He's going to move 2, 3, 4, 5 to where you don't have cover from him. And he is going to use a 5 malice ability called
Oh my
Twist
God.
Shape. It's a ranged ability.
Oh,
I
dear.
got a 13. So you're going to take 8
Here too.
corruption damage. Although the corruption in this case, it's not the zombie corruption, so I don't think it counts
Okay.
in the same way. You'd certainly take the damage, but I don't think it's not like on top of the 4 from the zombies. I don't think it
Okay.
does the
I've
same.
made
thing.
another tracker for that.
Yeah.
All right.
So in any case, though, if what's the P attribute? Presence. What
Presence.
is your
Okay.
presence value?
My presence is 1.
Okay, so lucky for you, your presence had to be less than 1 on a tier 2 result. You feel a strange magic. It's almost you in the same way that this bugbear looks like a goblin, except that it's had its limbs kind of unnaturally lengthened. You
Oh, dear.
feel like the magic is trying to do that to you in what
Right.
would surely be a very unpleasant and painful experience. However, you are able to, with the strength of your will, resist that effect.
Yeah.
You do take that 8 corruption damage, though.
Yeah. I took it.
And that
Oh,
is his
hold on.
turn.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
As a reaction, I will parry, so I only take 4.
Okay.
Parry yourself.
Can you? And the parry is even. I think we went through this last time, but it seems weird that a parry can apply to ranged stuff. But sure, we do see Aragorn, use his sword to slam the thrown dagger out of the air in Fellowship of the Ring.
Yep.
So it's canon that
Yep.
it can happen, I guess.
Yep. And that's the end of the end of the round, right?
Yeah. No, we
Okay.
just as we just said that Tulu gets to go.
Oh,
Yep.
Tulu. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I get 3 piety, which puts me up
Mhm.
to 8 piety. So now I will spend 5 piety and do the non-stop temporary stamina for everybody.
Okay.
That's a 14, so
14.
that's everyone gets 10 temporary stamina. Everybody's within 12 of me, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so
Nice.
everyone gets 10 temporary.
And give it to the
stamina.
girl while you're at it.
I don't know if I can.
How many can you do?
I could do 4. If I can give it to the girl, I will give it to the girl.
Yeah. So I'll say that she had been looking like, in a lot of pain. Like maybe the intensity was less since they stopped chanting, but still not feeling great. She looks. I think she had been kind of just staring into space, just like breathing hard. But with that, she suddenly, like, her eyes look a little sharper, and she's like looking around the room now.
Okay.
I would like to take my turn first. That okay with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay.
tactician.
I'm going to run up to the girl and slash through her bonds.
Okay.
I assume that they're leather or rope or something like that. If they're not,
Well,
then
let me see
may
if
do
it
something
says
else.
anything about that. Ha 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 ha. Let's see. Ending the encounter. Okay. Yeah, you could free her as a maneuver.
okay, then I will do that.
She is. Yeah. Let's see. You can carry her. If you have a might score of 1 or lower, you are slowed. Otherwise, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if
If
you
I can
can
free her as a maneuver and pick her up and carry her off, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And so you're using your action to basically keep moving while carrying her, right?
Oh, okay. So
Or
if it's a
no,
maneuver,
okay. So you have movement, which is not the maneuver.
right? And
You-
and I could free her as a maneuver, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then if you want to keep moving, you can move, like one of your actions you can take as an action the charge, which basically gives you
Okay.
another move.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Remember,
Because
double difficult terrain on the blue squares?
Yep. I went through 1 blue square, so I counted that
Okay.
as 4 and 5. Yeah.
All right. Great. Yeah. So the channeler, he doesn't care for that. He is on his turn. Gonna 3, 4.
And I'll shout, Tulu, come and escort her to the surface.
And he says, I don't think you're ready to leave yet. You haven't seen the big finish of my finale. And he's going to use his shadow drag on you and Violet.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's targeting the two of you. And I can't move my window. And there we go. That's a 14, which is going to do 10 damage to each of you.
Oh no.
Okay,
And
that's the
pull
temper.
3.
Yeah.
That's all the temporary points.
Yeah.
Oops. And then, I think that suddenly she is on the verge of her eyes rolling back into her head. You
Again.
think, I think you having hold of her, Solarimar, she can't take that again. She
But
would have already been dead if not for the temporary bolstering that she got.
Okay.
So that did work, but that would have been enough to kill her otherwise.
Wow.
Okay, so that is
that was me.
the bugbear's turn and Solarimar. So Beverly and Tulu.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said, Tulu, take her to the surface.
Yeah. So that lead. So why don't
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
Beth?
Go. No, you go. You go. Get her out of here.
Okay. So
Because they don't have anybody else to take a turn. So
I will go.
You,
here.
if your might is only 1, you will be slowed to carry.
Yeah, my might is only 1. So.
Yeah. So that means that carrying her will be, you'll move at half speed.
So I can basically move 1 more square with her, and that's it.
Well, if you're using your action to charge, you can
move
have
more
your movement speed again. But
Okay. Yeah. So I'm charging basically carry her through. So that gives me 2 more movements. So I will carry her up to here. So she will be like right here.
Why don't you move diagonally?
Here, because that's all the shadow stuff. I moved here, I grab her. But if I
Move to
move here,
here.
then I'll slam her against this pole.
I mean, you've got her over your shoulder, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so then I'll move here then. That's fine. Okay, that's
okay.
right. So
Good.
I'm yeah. Oh, right. So I'm right there. That's where we are. Okay,
Okay.
that's me.
Okay.
I will just remind you that, as I mentioned, if he uses that move on her again, it will kill her.
Right. That's why we're behind a pole.
Okay.
It makes it harder. Very hard.
Well,
And
Well,
hopefully
but
Beverly
also
will.
he can just move on his turn.
Yeah, hopefully
yeah.
Beverly
Yeah.
can do something about it.
Sure. All right. Well, it is
Yeah.
Beverly's turn because is only the one enemy left.
Okay. So we're gonna move. I was gonna move this way, but in that case, we're gonna move this way, and I am going to use my vicious fire,
Mm-hmm.
which also does
yes,
push
good.
damage because he's
Yes.
standing right there in front of this nice handy dandy
Statue.
statue.
Mm-hmm.
He is within range for that, so yeah, we're gonna do this vicious fire thing again.
Okay. Viscous, I believe, is what it says.
Viscous, yeah,
Oh,
viscous
this
fire.
is not vicious.
Well, it is also vicious.
I will have to say that is true.
Okay, so let's see. Come on, roll high. 17.
Nice. That's tier
Alright.
3.
Which is 11 fire damage, and it pushes 4 steps.
Right,
Or
and
pushes
so
4 squares.
Because he can't be basically pushed any further into the statue, he is going to hit it and then take 4 more. So that's 6 of just from the push. And so 11 plus 6, 17 damage to
Yeah.
him.
Uh-huh.
He's not winded yet.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. So, but yeah, I think that I think I'm gonna go ahead and say like the statue is like knocked over, and he is like struggling to like climb to his feet amidst the stone debris.
Okay. And I am going to
Is that a
use a
signature-
maneuver.
Is that a signature move for you?
What?
The signature ability is the one that's on first level, first
No,
encounter.
it's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Bifurcated incineration is her signature ability.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one with the 2-shot. I
Okay.
am going to use a maneuver. I'm going to move 1 step back, and I'm going to use a maneuver called Shadow Meld,
Okay.
which means I flatten myself into a shadow against the wall or floor I'm touching and become hidden from any creature you have cover or concealment from or who isn't observing you. So I am
Yeah.
now one with the wall.
All right. Yeah. That's a polder thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that is the end of that round. It is now the start of round 3.
Okay.
And the heroes can take a turn first.
I will go. I will use 4 move to go up to here and slam him into the field again.
All right.
Zerp. I will give you the
Okay.
bonus.
Let me just say tactically,
Mm-hmm.
that if you're just doing the shove and relying on the field to do the damage, it
No,
doesn't
I'm
do
relying on the
okay.
teleport to send him across the room so that we have more opportunity for them to escape with the girl.
Oh, okay. Well, so you don't really know where it's gonna send him, though.
I know, but
All right.
I'm expecting that it's going to send him someplace
Okay.
that's further away than where he is.
All right. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
The odds are it will be further away.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, see,
okay.
you know,
Way to find
So
out.
if you're
I'm
doing
just
the
using the
knockback maneuver,
yeah.
then go ahead and make that roll.
Now that's a maneuver then?
Hang on. Where did I lose my reference? Where's the,
Yeah, knockback is a maneuver.
yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Where did my rules oh, I closed a tab by accident or something. Okay. Yeah. So,
Whoops. That's 2d20.
it's a nice roll.
well,
but-
so for that matter, if you can, if it's
I mean,
if it's a
we take it
maneuver,
at-
you could do another attack with your action, unless you're wanting to shove him and then run away.
I was going to shove him into the field and then run. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So I think rolling 2d20s is going to give you a different outcome then.
Yeah, but how about if we just take like half of each of those? So
That's
there's
not
a
how the dice work.
okay. All right,
Okay.
that's a 13.
13. A 13 with the knockback maneuver is push 2, which is enough to
That's
get
it.
him into the field. So he's going to zap and take another 3 lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to roll a d6 to see which direction it sends him. That's going to spit him off into the corner back down here.
Okay. I am going to use the rest of my movement to go here, and then take the charge action to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. All right. That does make it his turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does he have anything? I don't have enough to do that again. So I think, yeah, he's going to basically keep doing his signature ability, the shadow drag here. But I think in this case, what he sees is Celerimar and Tulu, and not Violet.
Right.
So it is going to drag the two of you, and then, Tulu, you kind of have the choice. I think you could kind of drop her or let her kind of be dragged with her.
No, I'm not going to let her be dragged. I'm going to
Fine,
trust.
fine.
I'm going to trust Bev to grab her.
All right.
Well, I have a -1 to might, so I can't move her
It-
at all.
Yeah, but I don't want her dragged closer to him. So
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, he got a
Oh.
20.
okay.
Which means this is going to do 13 damage.
Oh God, I'm
and
at
pull
0.
4.
Oh, I'm at 0.
Yeah, and I'm at
I have
-2.
and I have no recoveries. Well,
Yeah.
oh well.
Um.
Well.
And I've already taken my action this
All
round.
right.
So
Is that
yeah?
is that dragging maneuver? Is that what he does? Is that considered corruption magic?
No, his twist shape thing did corruption damage, but the shadow drag is just regular damage.
Okay.
How much damage was that again?
13.
13. Okay, but it's not corruption damage.
No.
Okay. Actually.
Oh wait!
I took my turn, so I can have a reflex. I'm going to parry him. Instead
Okay.
of taking 13. I'm going to take 6, and so that means I get 7 back. I'm still up. I'm still
Okay.
up.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, and I will use Relentless. Whenever a creature does damage to you, leaves you dying, you make a free strike against any creature. So I will, might as well do this Ray of Wrath against him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do your free strike.
Yeah, it's just a regular free strike,
Okay.
but it's not going to hurt him much. But so that's a whopping 4 damage, holy
Well,
damage to him.
I mean,
Yeah,
Every
But-
little bit helps.
it sure does.
yeah, but I'm kind of
okay.
dead in the water.
I think that Violet, you've been carrying her, but I think that it makes sense to me, if all of you would like this, is that she can now have her own turn in the turn order. Basically.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was hoping would happen.
Yeah. So he just did his turn. You both did some triggered actions as a result.
Right.
Celerimar is the only one of you that's had a turn so far this round.
Mhm.
So
Correct.
Tulu,
Mhm.
Beverly, and Violet now have their turns, and you can give. You all still decide which order.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it makes sense for Violet to run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
for Violet to get up and run.
absolutely.
All right. So I think she does stand up, which is it half movement in this? I don't remember what the rule says about standing up. Um, let's see.
Stand up.
Oh, it's a
It-
maneuver, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
You
So
stand
she
up
can
for a
Use her
she can
maneuver to
move and
stand up.
charge.
Yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe her speed is 5. Yeah. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. Great.
Awesome.
And so then Tulu and Beverly still have their turns because the enemy had their one turn already this round.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Beverly and I have no healing abilities whatsoever. Well,
Mhm.
I have one that can trigger, but only if you hurt something I've marked. Wait.
You have
No, you don't
marked
have any.
that. You have
I
marked him though.
I have marked him. I have
Mhm.
marked him. If but he doesn't have any recoveries left.
I have no recoveries. And if I do an action, I bleed and
Yeah.
will
Um,
die. I can't do
Okay,
anything.
so you can either do 4 additional damage or shift up to 2 squares.
I mean, if I take an action, I will bleed.
Mhm.
Right, but this isn't taking an action. You can just shift 2 squares as a result of having hit him.
Mhm.
No, but the action of hit. Oh, you mean from before?
From when you hit him. From when
Oh,
you hit
okay,
him.
okay. Then I'll do. Yeah, okay, do that. But
Mhm.
I'm just. I mean, hmm. Let's see. I got all this.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you like take the I don't want to say take the action to stop your bleeding.
No, he doesn't have any recoveries left, and that's
Um,
what it
You're
takes.
bleeding until you are no longer dying.
Okay. Just tip. Wait a minute. Just was it? Oh, I should. Okay. If it's not my turn yet, we haven't decided.
I think temporary stamina would count.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
I
Okay, so
can't think of any reason for it to not count.
okay, so I have enough to three.
Piety.
I have enough to do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
I'll
so
go.
if I
You go.
so I
You go.
go. Okay, so I
So
will
so the one question I guess though is this is
nonstop.
the nonstop, which is a maneuver and not an action. So it does not cost you. It does not. You don't have to bleed for it.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so if that okay, so now I'm up to 7 piety. So I spend 5 piety for temporary hit points for the I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will even get her in this. So
Okay.
everybody gets.
You don't have to like see them or
It just
says 4
within
allies
range.
ranged 12. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
So
Wow, only
Technically, this ability is called Faith is Our Armor. Nonstop is a
Oh,
separate thing.
I say make so okay. Faith is
Yeah.
arm. Okay, so I only got 5 temporary stamina. Womp womp.
Does that
Does it
get you
stack?
positive?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
and
well,
does it
that's good.
stack?
I don't know about
No.
temporary stamina. No.
It does not stack. Okay.
Well, I don't know. None of the rules say. It doesn't
Okay.
say.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say
I'm
it
gonna
is
say
no.
it does not stack. That doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
okay.
It's
So that
it's helpful to me.
okay. So should I run for it now or try to hit him? What do you think, oh tactician?
Um,
It's like, well, I've maneuvered, so I still have an action and a move.
you are 1 hit away from going down permanently. I
Yeah.
say get out.
Okay, so I will charge that. So I can
Yes.
move.
Just
So
so-
temporary stamina does not stack. It disappears at the end of an encounter.
Okay.
Right.
2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, this goes.
Get out behind that door and close it again.
5, and then 5 again. That puts me all the way over here. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Beverly, your turn still.
All right. So as a maneuver, I disconnect from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fire my viscous fire at Goblin Face.
Mm-hmm.
He's marked, so I can spend focus to increase your damage,
Okay.
or you can spend a recovery,
You
or you
also
can
have your
shift.
surge still, I think, right?
Yeah,
No, I
spend that.
spent
You
it.
spent that. Never mind. That's
I
right.
spent
Yep.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, let's increase the damage on this.
Okay,
Um,
I've spent the focus.
that's a 12 to hit,
12 is
which
a
does 9
shoot to-
damage and pushes back 3.
All right. He is definitely winded now. I'm going to say, because of the angle, I'm going to move him back 2 and then count it as like the third one he can't because he's basically being scraped against the wall. So that's another 3 damage.
Okay, and I'm going to move sideways
Mm-hmm.
to put this pillar kind of in between me and him.
Okay.
So
Get out! Get out!
you want me to get out?
Get out! Yeah, I'm
Okay.
running too. Don't worry, I'm running too.
Okay, then I'm over here.
All right. So that is the end of that round. It is the start of a new round.
I'm gonna go first. I'm going to take a range strike against him. I don't have any special range strikes,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just gonna do a regular one.
Wow, look
Is
at that.
that a critical?
It is definitely a critical, which means that you just automatically get the tier 3 result.
Well, I mean, a 20 would be a tier 3 anyways.
Yeah, I know, but I
but,
just mean
yeah.
like no
So
matter like even if your
that's 10
modifiers
damage.
were negative, for example,
Yeah.
it would still be
That's
tier
10 damage. I will, I gain 3 focus, and I'll spend 1 to do an extra 4 damage. So that's 14.
3. Wow, okay. Yeah.
And then I will take a charge maneuver.
He's looking relatively hurt at this point.
Yeah, it's like, follow us if you want more of that. And I'll 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and I can take a charge as a maneuver.
Okay.
Right.
That ranged attack
1.
wasn't in action?
An action.
The charge is in action.
Oh, charge is in action. Okay. All right. So let's see what I've got for maneuvers.
So,
yeah, I haven't got anything that's
aid,
going to be
attack,
useful right
catch
there.
breath, escape, grab, hide.
You know what? I'll
knock
catch
back,
breath.
stand up.
Catch
Okay.
breath. Yeah.
All right.
I was just looking to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Um,
he's probably going to drag me again, but
is like Queen Barganot will have her prize. And he is actually. I'm going to use his malice ability again.
Okay.
Actually, instead of dragging you, this is the twist shape again.
Right.
That's a 14. So once again, it's 8 corruption damage, and you
And I will
do not.
parry.
You are able to resist the shape change.
Right.
Wow.
So, and I will parry that. So,
I want to. want to know more about this corruption damage because with the zombies, it said there was something that happened with it.
I
Yeah,
think it's just.
fine.
I think it might be like a type of damage, like holy damage.
Yeah,
corruption damage.
it's an elemental
I think it's an
part
elemental.
of it.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
it's an
Right.
element. The element
I
of
guess
this.
I guess so. It's just the equivalent of necrotic damage, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's just that the zombie had like a special thing that happened when you got enough of it, and so I think it's I was just trying to make sure there wasn't like does the zombie's corruption damage stack with the bugbear's corruption damage, right? But it seems
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. It,
Okay. So
because some people.
yeah. So he is angry. He is pursuing you.
Mhm.
But that is his turn.
Okay.
And so now Violet, Tulu, Beverly still have a turn.
Beverly, you could like run up, shoot him, and dodge back if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
gonna do. Can I see him from here?
Well,
Nah, it doesn't look like a line of
the
sight
way
to
to
me.
look is you draw the line is like nope.
Nope. All right.
Right, but from there you can.
From there. All
Mhm.
right. We're going to use the flesh a crucible. And I'm going to
What
spend
is that?
3 essence. And fire engulfs a target of your choice and burns at your command. It is a persistent spell.
Mhm.
And I'll spend a focus to do an extra 4 damage.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so that is a 14, which is 12 fire damage.
Mhm.
16 fire damage.
Okay.
It wouldn't
And-
have been enough without the extra,
Uh-huh.
but with the extra, it's enough. And you watch
Yeah.
as he screams
Wow.
and is incinerated.
And the
Yay!
scene is over and Tulu collapses.
Yeah. It's true.
So, I
Temper
think
hit points ends and I start dying again.
Um, yeah, but I think, it's only it's you basically can't take actions. You can't do those,
Mhm.
but you can move, right?
Right.
So you're not up for any more fighting, but you basically like they can
We
sort
can
of.
limp out of the
Limp back to
dungeon.
the village.
That seems to be that would seem to be the
Yeah.
case. Okay.
Wow.
So.
Brutal.
So now that it seems you have actually dispatched all of the goblins and the bugbear channeler, it is now once again quiet here in the Delian Tomb. Violet is, she looks kind of drawn, like sunken cheeks, bags under her eyes a little bit, but she is just like. She is. I think what she actually is doing is she's going into hug, but then when she sees how badly hurt you are, Tulu, she's immediately like taking care of you, and she's giving you like it's not like meaningful magical healing, but she's clearly giving you like basic
Aw.
layperson first aid here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Oh,
So you all certainly do gain another victory for that.
Yay!
Yeah, and
This is fun.
Yeah. And so are you looking for loot or anything? Are you looking around the room now that you're not having to flee so hurry?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think we're gonna
Uh,
look around.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can't do anything, so I will just stand here and let you all look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically,
I
taking
think
the
I
action will
think
to kill me.
it makes sense that you can rest.
What do you think? Should we just leave this untouched?
I think so.
I think
I mean,
so too.
I mean, whoever it was went to a great deal of trouble to make sure it remained protected. I think they probably should have gone to a lot more trouble, maybe animated those statues to attack whoever was trying to force their way through, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, this is just, me.
Who knows? Maybe they did, and the enchantment has faded over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, we can look into that when we get back to town. But yeah, no, this is.
But let me see if that hobgoblin guy, that bugbear guy, had
Mhm.
anything worthwhile.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Oh.
When you search the bugbear channeler, hang on, I'm closing some tabs here. They, in addition to their robes, they are wearing a fancy ring And they
Ooh.
have in a pocket what appears to be a second ring of the same kind. And the fancy ring is clearly it appears to be traced by dried blood, like making little like magic sigils on it. But as you sort of like rub at it, it rubs away, but then reappears. So it's like someone wrote on it with dried blood, but it comes back if you wipe it off.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
not creepy at all.
Not at all.
And because of the nature of what we're doing here, I'll just tell you that if you found the information necessary on it to learn how it worked, you would discover that this is a bloodbound band. And when you wear it, you gain a +6 bonus to stamina. And additionally,
Ooh.
during a respite, you can touch the ring to any number of other bloodbound bands worn by willing creatures to form a bond among all of you. Creatures related by blood can't form bonds in this way. Bonded creatures can use the highest recovery value of any bonded creature in place of their own, and can spend each other's recoveries as if they were their own.
Huh.
Nice.
Whenever any other bonded creature takes damage, each bonded creature takes 1 damage that can't be reduced in any way. Your bond ends if you remove the ring, use it to bond with one or more other creatures, or die, but other rings continue to be bonded to each other. So
That sounds
basically,
useful.
you can share recoveries and such, but also you take damage anytime the other person takes damage. Not full, but still.
A little bit, yeah.
So you have 2
Yeah.
of those rings now. Also, she's got 2 clear lenses that look like they've been carved from volcanic glass. And she's got a little. They're in like a little pouch with a bit of a little like pamphlet of parchment that seems to be instructions for how to use these lenses to make faux sense lenses, which are spectacles that when you are wearing them, your magic or psionic abilities that deal rolled damage gain a +1 damage bonus. And additionally, whenever you deal rolled damage to a creature using a magic or psionic ability, you can use that creature's senses until the end of your next turn, allowing you to experience all they observe and to use your abilities as if you were in their space. You also
Cool.
benefit from your own senses at the same time.
Okay, so
would have
I
to
want the
make-
faux glasses. You
No,
guys
no.
can pair up with
What
the
you
rings.
have are the expensive ingredients and the instructions for making faux sense
okay.
glasses. You would have to spend it, like work on
A
it
project?
like a project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So those are yours, and Tulu and I will have the rings.
Yeah.
Yep. So as I think since we're close here anyway, Violet is very pleased. I think that all of you are carefully but relievedly make your way back to town. Ashley is Violet's mother, is overjoyed, of course, and she, let's see, the way it's phrased here. Ashley thanks the heroes for their efforts with blame aimed only at the Jagged Edge, which was the band of goblins, which I would hope so. I mean, I don't know why it even says that, but anyway, yes. Oh, so in any case, yes, so you are all able to make it back to Broadhurst together with Violet saved. However, this tomb with its weird magic field still there.
It's still there to be explored
Yeah,
some other time.
Now that we've finished part 1 of the adventure, take a look at your sheet, and at the end of your part 1 updates that should be made to your hero. With these new features and abilities, you now have a fully fleshed out level 1 hero that you can use in future parts of the adventure. The tutorial section is now over. There are more rules in the game and so on, but this is the tutorial area. So you all gain 1 renown for saving Violet. And
All right.
let you know,
Mhm.
word of your deeds spreads throughout Broadhurst. Um, Silaramar, you are
Mhm.
the one who rushed in to cut her free,
Right.
and so you gain the title Violet's Savior.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I think it's interesting. It's because it says where it cuts her free. Yeah, I think that's who it counts because it says cuts the free or deals damage that reduces Vorgosh to 0. So I think it goes to the first. You know, you were the one that
Yeah.
rushed into
Right.
Yep.
to danger to do it. There's a title thing for handouts. Let me look and see what that. No.
I don't see anything on the character sheet for a place to put a title, but
No. Well,
I
it's
assume
also
that that's
it says it's referencing something in see titles in handouts, but the file that says that it's a hand. Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
And there's no way to change the renown on the sheet. It's not editable.
Okay. Well, these are the pre-generated characters, so I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love this. Fearless. You courage is all you know. You can't be made frightened.
The Violet's Savior title. You have an edge on tests made to influence people from Broadhurst.
Yes.
And then the
Okay.
as
So
a follower,
I bet that, yeah, there's I basically need to copy this into a regular character sheet in order to be able to
yeah, I
use
guess so.
that. Yeah.
Well, and the thing is too that these sheets, the pre-gen sheets, are literally designed to be like a tutorial way
Mhm,
into.
mhm. Yeah.
Like doing all of those things, introducing them a bit at a time instead of just you have
Right.
all of those things as level 1.
Yeah.
So you also now Ashley will become an artisan follower for the heroes, offering her services as a blacksmith to them for free.
Yay.
Yeah, and so you get an Ashley follower card too.
Probably helpful making those glasses.
She is. They are useful for crafting projects,
Mhm.
and so there is in fact quite a bit more to the Delian Tomb adventure. Should we wish to continue it at some point in the future?
Yep.
But that is the end of the tutorial portion. So I think that's where we'll call it for
And
tonight.
and our victories turn into XP, right?
Correct. When you do the respite, which is a 24-hour rest in a safe place.
I think that.
But yes.
Can we do that now?
Yes. No. I think yes. That would. We're not having any more encounters.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just look up, like, how many XP do you need in order to get to level 2? Let's see. Unfortunately, just searching in the document XP doesn't help when there's a lot of words like experience that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look up XP instead of experience.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh,
is that if
okay.
you search XP,
Oh, it comes
it
up
will
with
pull up-
experience, right?
It will
Okay.
also search any word that has those 2 letters in
Right.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Here's a glossary index, though.
A hero's victories convert to experience when they finish a respite.
Mhm.
Experience permanently increases the hero's capabilities by allowing to increase in level, page 7. So we turn victories into
Oh, boy.
experience points.
Right.
Yes. So, however many victories you had, which is now 3 for. Wait, no, it's 4 now, right?
4 now.
4 now for. But See, but there's a specific table that I know I've seen that says this is how many XP you need to get to level 2. There we go. I found it. But it was taking longer than I expected. 15 XP is where you get to level. Technically, 0 to 15 is first level. Second level starts at 16. So you would have a little ways to go before you would become level 2, but you have a lot of stuff you can do at level 1. All
Yeah.
of the things that you increasingly got technically is all stuff that a level 1 character gets.
Right. None of this starting off as a squishable bug at
Mm.
first level.
Well, there was a couple of times you felt pretty squishable, I think, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I would
anyway.
definitely be open to doing this again.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like one of the things that I really really like is the emphasis on moving creatures around and specific rules about like, and here's how much damage it does if you shove them into a wall.
Yeah.
Because it feels like that should do damage, but in D&D it's always a little bit wobbly, like whether that should count or not. Anyway, but yeah, I think this is a fun game, and so perhaps we could talk about doing more of it in the future at some point.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess though, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and leave it for now. Just as far as future planning to everyone. Before we even move on, I wanted to mention happy birthday, Lee. And also tomorrow, happy birthday, Paul. But also next week we still won't have everybody, so we won't.
Right.
So we'll figure out something to play, and then of course we'll resume masks once we've got the whole party again. But in the meantime, thank you everyone for listening and or watching, and we will be back soon for more adventure on so many levels.
So
Yay!
many levels.